to avoid if you love the homestanding Louisville Cardinals. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Pittsburgh Panthers taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Louisville Cardinals. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. You've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed. Have all the accolades preseason, have all the expectations, but it's another... execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
He lofts one down the sideline. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Defense uses a timeout. With jet sweep pass. Pass to 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Can go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Leaves it with the running back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from... You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment and continue to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, a giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns.
You want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires and picked off. Pass to 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! What about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that are doing that. I can take this to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Almost intercepted.
Man, what a rough start for this quarterback. Already throwing one interception.
tackling because this is a guy that can break.
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He's looking to throw. To the end zone, and is picked off. And he ends up taking a safety. Tries again to get it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking for an open area to his left. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling him 4 down territory.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes, getting to the football.
On a little time, lets it go. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Past the 50. The 30. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. And the Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Nunez. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
The offense needed something just anything to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Looking to throw on second down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? So fast, getting to the running back and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Past the 50, the 30, the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Now the play fake. Looking to scramble. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He lobs one high down the left side. Smashes ahead. Another broken tackle. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Get that first down.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field. Seemingly it will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of
offense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us from here for Jesse Palmer, David Powell. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan Wolverines. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Looking to throw for it. He's got it. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Oregon.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
A heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. He wants to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
It's on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Touchdown, Oregon! They move on top here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Oregon! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Crowd is charged up for a big USC Trojans home game. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 16th ranked team, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this on the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they come up short of the goal line, but you still got to consider going for it here. You could try to punch it in and try to be physical from the two, but I'm sure they got a handful of two-point.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Bruins.
What a call with a play action down inside the 5-yard line. Completely froze the defense. Their eyes are in the backfield, locked in on the quarterback. They lost focus on where he might be throwing the football, made an easy read for the quarterback and a touchdown.
And the Trojans have 1st and 10 here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab. Can he get there? Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today. This defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it.
Touchdown, USC. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the 4th quarter to give them the lead.
And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's 1st and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Oh, incomplete. He nearly threw a pick in the end zone. 2nd down coming up.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
They'll have to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Bruins. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead.
Oh, man, I think the defense was so caught up with their eyes on the quarterback, they completely lose the running back out of the backfield. Nice job by the play caller here of getting the ball out to the running back instead of the receiver for the touchdown. On the quarterback, they completely lose the running back out of the backfield. Nice job by the play caller here of getting the ball out to the running back instead of the receiver for the touchdown.
Here comes the USC offense back on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time, had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? That's reeled in. It's Morris. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. This receiver so special. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Finds an open target on the left side. And he steps out of bounds. A heads-up play to stop the clock.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
1st down pass attempt. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense flies in to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, this is almost like taking a sack. Talking about a completion for a loss, every yard is precious. So going backwards, obviously counterproductive to say the least.
Looking to chuck it again. And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side. Touchdown, SC. They jump in front here in the 4th.
Well, what an unbelievable job by this offense, Chris. They put themselves in a position to put a touchdown on the board. They take the lead, and now we'll see if their own defense can hold on to that lead in these last couple minutes of the game.
Going to be very important here in the final minutes. The drive stays alive with that 1st down completion. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he can't quite hold on to it. That would have sealed this game. It's 2nd down now.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed out.
Will spend a timeout here with 20 seconds on the clock. So here we go. One of the biggest moments of this game. The field goal unit is out there for a pressure kick. And the defense will take timeout to stop the clock. 20 seconds remaining. And that is no good. Missed chance to tie this game. Still down by 3.
Man, I thought he hit that pretty clean. Good hold by the holder. Everything looked to be the way you like as a kicker. He just misses it, and the ball trailed on him and ends up hitting the upright.
Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival. You get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean, this is a game you anticipate, you look forward to the entire offseason. You're thinking about it. Now you get a big win against your rival. You're riding that high much longer than your standard win.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the California Golden Bears, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
Man, I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole, slither through.
Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. And how about... It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It's early in the morning for the battle we have in store. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the Arizona Wildcats taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Catch in the middle, it's Buchanan. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
To the 2-yard line.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll put the tight end in motion. On the option. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
The drive.
Easy.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. They're bringing heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt, when you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few.
A shot toward the end zone. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Using the quick game. Got some room and under the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Coming after it. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass is intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
Well, the defense was able to get to the QB, and I think that's what really creates the interception. Because of the pressure and because of the hit on the quarterback, it affected the velocity, it affected the accuracy of the throw. The defense comes away with a huge takeaway.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball, they have the clock on their side, and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen.
Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game. Ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
this ball club, they come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Fans have been eager for this clash coming up in what some affectionately refer to as the snake pit. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the... A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man in the middle. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
A third and long coming up here. Wants to throw. It's Hester. Getting some heat. And that third down pass left him. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Showing the arm straight down the left side. Nothing but green ahead. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you've got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was...
From the gun, give on the inside. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Fires into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away. Love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation.
Love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
He'll try to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteer.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
9 is this 4-down territory.
29 Philly.
From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. That's caught. It's Duggan. Now they're really starting to... From the gun, wants to pass. Working at left side now. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown ball. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense...
At this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So,
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
and there can be no panic at this point now. You work too hard.
Rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You work too hard this offseason.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse.
It's week 12 of the National Football League. And coming up next is the Commanders' sure-handed wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Commanders and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Ball in the red zone here, defense in a pretty tough situation. 2nd and 2.
Go!
Straight ahead, Estime. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed.
Got it. Ready?
On 3rd down, it's Estime. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll go again with Estime. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drop. Over the middle, it's complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Go!
They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me,
looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early.
So a victory here for the Commanders. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Commanders, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota,
It's week 12 of the National Football League. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Raiders and the Jaguars, and it's all up next.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Heward. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place, they always will. A lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
They'll throw it. That's caught for the first. He's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They gain 14 on the plays left of this half. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Raiders make it a one-score game before halftime. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it.
2nd and goal. They'll hand it to him again. And he hauls it across for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. This is the type of performance. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Connects on the crosser. He gets loose down the right side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
2nd and 10. Need to get... Setting up to pass. He's got it over the middle. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Raiders trying to get reset in a hurry. Looking to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars make the play that should win them this game. Oh, man, Brock. They decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time. But it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in.
So the Jaguars, the visit, and Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time. But it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in.
So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And it could have gone either way down to the very end, but they were able to come up with the clutch plays to take the victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Patriots' towering tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Pats and the Chargers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, both these squads come in off winning streaks. Something's going to have to give, but you love having that momentum coming into a game like this.
And absolutely right, Mike. And on top of it, if you're the home team today playing in front of your home crowd, not only are you coming off this win streak and bringing this momentum into another home game, but you get the energy, you get the excitement of your crowd who's also riding this wave of winning football. But on the other side,
Bunker down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
the thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact...
Now this time, he'll set up to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but...
A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. Here's a run. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, New England. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question... Remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there.
Going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Here we go. One final play. That is caught for 3. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Their late comeback bid comes up short as time has expired in this game. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. And make that a 5th straight victory as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.
It's week 12 of the 2031 season. And up next, we'll see Drake London. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Falcons and the Giants on Monday night.
First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, both these squads come in off winning streaks. Something's going to have to give, but you love having that momentum coming into a game like this.
And absolutely right, Mike. And on top of it, if you're the home team today playing in front of your home crowd, not only are you coming off this win streak and bringing this momentum into another home game, but you get the energy, you get the excitement of your crowd who's also riding.
Now on 2nd and 2. Pitts is the man in motion. Another run here for Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
You can see the confidence that this play caller has on his opening script. This is a textbook drive here to start the game. Nice job there by the back with a maneuver here for the quarterback. And they keep it to a short game.
Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal.
Here we go, set.
They'll try to run with Robinson. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. He'll go. It's Robinson. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Well, clearly this coach wanted to come out aggressive early. They decide not to settle for the field goal by going for it on 4th and goal, and they are turned away. What a great stop.
But only a yard down to the 2. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Robinson. And he'll go down back at the 4.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
He's in. Drake London. Touchdown Falcons. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
The defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
On 2nd and 10, though, trying to throw. He's got his target. That's Pitts. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this 1st half. His ability to spread the ball around, take with...
Back to the air one more time. This is hot toward the side of the end zone. Drake London. Touchdown Atlanta. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody...
Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Atlanta.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a... has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing?
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score.
And 10.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Sensational stats, the ball loose, and forcing third down. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This throw pulled in by Pitts. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock.
And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. Now on 2nd and long. They'll run here. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll run. Robinson hit. He's lost the ball. One of the Giants has it.
Just a critical error here, Mike. At this stage in the game, you understand this defense, they are desperate for a stop. They've got to get you off the field, and one of the easiest ways to do it, create a takeaway. You have to secure the ball.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass.
Oh, it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
I'm Kate Scott. To this game, Brock, well, there is no hiding who the spotlight is on. When you've got 2 quarterbacks of this caliber on the same field, we know all eyes go directly to that.
Yeah, both of these QBs enjoy their stats as some of the best at the position in the game. They also crave these kind of matchups, Kate, where there's somebody else from that elite tier standing right on the other sideline. These type of peers bring out the very best in each other, and of course, and contribute when it really matters.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw now. And he brings it in for a New England touchdown. The Patriots finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how...
March their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how...
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Back-to-back carries here. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
They give it to him again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Patriots parlay the interception into points. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit.
Here we go, set.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Turn the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And an opening doesn't materialize. He's caught near the line of scrimmage. He's going to keep this one. And this time he fights his way across for the touchdown. The Patriots make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they...
Ready?
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped.
Here we go, set.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Turn the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And an opening doesn't materialize. He's caught near the line of scrimmage. He's going to keep this one. And this time he fights his way across for the touchdown. The Patriots make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean...
Beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And this game, wow, it came down to the final moments. Well, that was their clutch score that proved the difference and set up this victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and this one features Michael Mayer. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Titans and the Jags, and it's coming up next.
We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Thanks for having us Olsen, Mike Tirico, and Greg Olsen. Or should I say Dean Olsen, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, I mean, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. That touchdown, number 11 on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity.
They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Tennessee. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. To get it right here on 3rd and goal. He's got it at the 3. Some determined running, but they're going to stop him short of the goal line. So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Titans. His big game continues. His 3rd touchdown of this one. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the year. We'll see.
Ready, set.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll run the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the plane. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short.
On the jump.
Now, 2nd and inches.
Set. Ready, ready. Hut. Set, go.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
How well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
Ready up.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Ready.
Back to the air one more time. He's got the tight end there. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down for Tennessee.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll go up now for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
Well, Mike, sometimes we try to make NFL football a lot harder than it is. When you have a reliable target like this, and he just continues to get open and you realize the defense simply can't cover him, there's no reason to look anywhere else. Not only has he put together a tremendous game statistically, but he's just been flat out dominant.
And he will have a Titans 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Ready.
They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll run. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Down and 3.
Let's go now.
They'll run here. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick to the ground. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now they get the timeout. Interesting situation. Do they kick it here or run the risk of getting in another play, possibly not getting it down in time? We'll see.
Ready, set.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll run the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short.
On the jump.
Now, 2nd and inches.
Set. Ready, ready. Hut. Set, go.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. This one, a win for the visiting Titans. This one went down to the wire. They're able to persevere. They're going to walk out of here with a well-deserved victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
It's week 13 of the NFL, and we'll keep our eye on Drew Sanders, who has picked up 63 tackles so far this year. It's the Falcons and the Bucks under the lights on Sunday night.
Mere feeds from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side
bulletin board material.
Ready, ready?
Robinson. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every it up. He gives him a chance to do a little giant. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Set up. Ready?
Here he is on 3rd and long. Pitts brings it in. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He brings it in. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down, 3rd and short.
And he's going to make it in for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown.
Okay, ready?
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Ready?
From midfield now. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. His first target. The defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
He finds him beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. The 4th down conversion.
Ready?
Throwing on 3rd down. Jump off caught by his back. Jukes one defender. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Falcons will have a first. Well, I know it says running back on the roster, Brock, but this guy's having a pretty great start catching the football instead.
It's what the best of them do. I mean, look around the league. These running backs want to get paid, right? They want theirs. Will catch a ball.
Give him the 10-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd.
Set. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Atlanta. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that.
a huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Riggs, check, Panther. Set, go.
A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal.
Okay, break. Ready.
They'll try and throw it here. Escapes the pocket. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Get too many plays of that size in a game.
Still 3rd down.
And that flag takes away one of them.
Ready up.
Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down.
Go. Set up.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. They did it! He made the interception! That's Antoine Winfield Jr.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
The Buccaneers send running back Jalen Wright getting set to begin another drive. And they haven't been shy about looking his way in the passing game, have they? You can see that.
Got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Set. Ready. Hunt.
Another carry for Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. And he's certainly given us a performance worthy of these primetime lights. This is now a 100-yard game that he's put together. And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look. 3rd down coming.
Hunt.
Setting up to pass. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Ready, go. Ready.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
Ready.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Set, go.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Ready.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. And they take not just the victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish out the sweep of their division rivals. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.
It's Week 13 of the National Football League. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' rangy linebacker, who's now up to 60 tackles after last week's game. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs on Monday Night Prime Time.
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewert here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking a sweep, and another looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt. These is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Short pass brought in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find.
They'll try and punch it in. It's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They soften that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball, and you can...
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Let's go now. Reload, reload.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Raiders go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak. Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. So for Brock Ewert, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.